There are reports circulating right now that the Ripple SEC case is officially over because the head SEC litigator has been terminated from the agency. In this video, I want to talk about what that means for the Ripple SEC case, as well as talk about something that I believe is going completely under the radar right now, which is what I believe to be confirmation that Ripple is going to be heavily involved in not only crafting legislation for the next administration, but involved with it as well. In this video, I want to break down those two things, as well as talk about Elon Musk saying that the Treasury Department was going to run on blockchain technology. At the end of the video, we're going to talk about whether or not that would be XRP, so make sure to stick around for this whole thing. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to like these videos and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things really do help me out so much. Also, if you have any good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange uphold down in the description of this video. With that said, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So the first thing we need to talk about here is what is going on with the Ripple SEC case, because there is a lot of speculation right now that this case is officially over, and that speculation is really being driven from a lot of people pointing out the fact that the head SEC litigator has been removed from the agency. Now, guys, it actually gets really funny how he was removed. It's pretty crazy how this entire world we're heading into is really heading into a world that is run by memes. So we're going to talk about how he was removed in a second. But a lot of people are saying, hey, the head litigator is out. This is the guy who signed all the paperwork for Ripple versus the SEC. This means the case is over. Well, guys, I want to say right now, it wasn't Jose Tenrero, the head SEC litigator, against Ripple, right? It was the SEC versus Ripple. So the SEC is going to get a new head litigator, and it's going to be someone else who's going to take over this case. So is this case over? No, absolutely not. But I think the idea stands, right? The SEC would not have fired this guy in the middle of the most important case on earth if they didn't plan on this case ending. So I think there's two things we need to be paying attention to here. One, no, the case is not over. The case is still ongoing. But is the SEC case about to be over? Yes, I think the obvious answer to that is yes. One of the things that the current administration has said is that they're going to end all non-fraud cases. At the end of the day, the Ripple SEC case is a non-fraud case. So there's no question in my mind to where this case is going. This case is going to end. The only question I have is, how does it end? Does it end in a dismissal? Does it end in a settlement? That is yet to be seen. Personally, I hope the case ends in a settlement rather than a dismissal. And the reason for that is because we've already made a ton of progress in this case on clarity for XRP and Ripple. And if you just dismiss the case, you kind of lose all that clarity, and you have to go back to the drawing board and try to get some of that clarity. Now, it wouldn't change XRP not being a security. We still got that clarity, but Ripple still has a lot of other products that need clarity. And it just seems like dismissing the case is such a waste of time. I would much rather have Ripple and the SEC get together, figure out what Ripple can do moving forward, what they have to register, and just figure out how they act compliantly in the United States. So is the case thrown out now because Jose Tenrero stepped down? No, it is not. He is going to be replaced by someone else who will take over the case. Does this mean that the case is most likely ending very soon? Yes, absolutely. They would not be firing their head litigator if they thought he was going to be still litigating these cases moving forward, right? So two different sides of the coin here. I just want to keep people's expectations in check. And I quickly want to go over this as well, because this is actually hilarious. He actually wasn't straight fired from the SEC. They actually moved him to the IT department. So this is a massive slap in the face. I can't even believe they're doing this kind of stuff at government agencies, but he actually resigned because they moved him to the IT department. So this is pretty crazy. It's a huge slap in the face to him. It really shows what they thought of his work at the agency. Obviously, they wanted to essentially make a mockery of him by doing this. So clearly, people were not too happy with this guy. I don't think people are going to be too happy with his cases. He's already been reamed out by most judges that he's gone up against. He was specifically called arbitrary and capricious in the Ripple SEC case, said that he lacked a faithful allegiance to the law. So this guy's been slapped around by the judges. He's now being slapped around by the SEC themselves by demoting him to IT. And I think this all just goes to show where we're heading, which is these cases are going to be dismissed or settled. We are going to move past them. I just want people to understand that none of that is going to happen yet. And essentially, where we stand right now is we are just waiting for the new SEC chair to be confirmed. And then once he gets confirmed, they are likely going to start those internal discussions on what to do about these cases. It's really important to realize, guys, we don't even have the new SEC chair in yet. He's likely going to be in the next 60 days, and no one's going to be settling these high-profile cases until he can get his say, right? That would be pretty disrespectful if they just started making all these decisions prior to the chair actually stepping in. So they need to get him confirmed. They need to get him involved. He needs to sit down with Ripple, talk with them, negotiate, spend a couple months hashing stuff out, and then boom, I think they're going to come to a conclusion that they either drop the case or they settle it. This is all fantastic signs that that's the direction we're heading in, but it's important to realize we're not there yet. Now, I want to move on and talk about something extremely bullish here. This is what I believe to be the biggest risk to Ripple and XRP heading into this next administration. I was very confident things were going to be significantly better than the past. I was very confident we were going to move away from the litigation and move away from the lawfare. But one of the things I was not sure about was how crypto focused the new administration was going to be. I was very confident they were going to be Bitcoin focused, but I wasn't sure what they would do for crypto. I did think there was a fear that they could get some Bitcoin maximalists in office and we would be in a position where they were giving clarity to Bitcoin, but shutting down the rest of the industry. Guys, I think that fear is now far behind us. I want to share with you two things right here that are incredibly bullish, game-changing for XRP moving forward, that I believe really tell us, look, doesn't matter what happens in the short term here, we are in good hands. The first thing is it is now being widely reported on that Brad Garlinghouse is going to have a seat next to David Sachs, helping advise him and essentially be one of the people crafting cryptocurrency policy. If you think that this is bearish or not good for XRP, if you think that the new administration is not working closely with Ripple, I don't know what to tell you. It is things like this that tell you the exact direction of where we're headed. Ripple is going to be crafting policy for the next administration, and they are going to be sitting right next to the cryptocurrency czar. If you think this doesn't tell you exactly where we're headed, exactly how important Ripple is going to be, exactly how important XRP is going to be, I don't know what to tell you. This is as good as it gets. This is a cherry on top. The fact that this stuff is happening, guys, I say this all the time. If you told me 2 months ago, 3 months ago, this was going to happen, I would have said no way. There's no way we were going to be this bullish that quickly. The fact that this is happening and people are just ignoring it or swiping it away, it's absolutely insane. You literally cannot get better than this right here. Brad Garlinghouse is literally going to be helping make legislation that is going to allow Ripple to be the most dominant cryptocurrency company in the entire world. It doesn't get better than that. And in terms of the speculation to whether he gets picked or not, I just wanted to share this with you guys because this is just another one of those things that I cannot believe people are not talking about. Last night, Brad Garlinghouse put out a post talking about how happy he was with David Sachs, how he can't wait to work with David Sachs, how people who are essentially saying that David Sachs isn't moving fast enough are crazy because we are already making tremendous progress. But Brad Garlinghouse put out this post essentially saying things look absolutely fantastic. They've never been this bullish for crypto. And guess who comments under this post? None other than David Sachs, showing that Brad Garlinghouse is on the money. He has hit the bullseye with this post. Guys, these guys know each other. David Sachs is ex-PayPal. He is ex-PayPal Mafia. He's close to Peter Thiel, close to Elon Musk, close to Brad Garlinghouse. All these people are connected. And what you're seeing is it's being confirmed in front of your eyes. They're all talking. David Sachs is posting bullish things about XRP. He's commenting under Brad Garlinghouse. When the Ripple SEC case ended, he was celebrating. These are all very, very, very big signs that what we're heading into is an administration that's going to put Ripple and XRP on a pedestal. This is by far the most bullish thing we could have ever seen. It's massively, massively important for what we're going to see over the next 4 years. And I just think that if anyone is not paying attention to these things and understanding that the future is already being told to you, it's just yet to play out, I'm not sure what to tell you. They are going to be doing everything in their power to make Ripple and XRP a winner, and I wouldn't put anything past them, including an XRP reserve, including no capital gains taxes on XRP. This administration is already proving that they are going to do absolutely anything, no matter how big the idea is. And I think some of these things for Ripple and XRP are going to fall perfectly into line. Like I said earlier in the video, the one big risk was that we got a bunch of Bitcoin maxis that hated Ripple and XRP. We've already completely disproved that. That is not the case. It's actually going to be the opposite. I think Ripple and XRP are going to be positioned as the leaders in the cryptocurrency industry. And the last thing I want to talk about real quick is Elon Musk coming out and saying that he believes the Treasury Department should be put on blockchain technology. Now, the question here is, would this be a Ripple and XRP thing? And guys, personally, I don't really think so. It doesn't make sense for Ripple and XRP to come in and fit this need. This seems to me more of like something that would be a Hedera hash graph or DAG kind of thing, more data oriented. It doesn't really have to do with the movement of money. The Federal Reserve is what I believe would be a much better target for something like XRP. The Treasury Department, this is more tracking data. It's more tracking how decisions are made, kind of making sure things are being seen by the appropriate people, the appropriate checks and balances are in place. And it just goes to show, right, that no single blockchain is going to be used for absolutely everything. I don't think it really makes sense to strategically place XRP in this position, but is it bullish for XRP? Because the fact that Elon Musk is forcing the government to adopt decentralized neutral protocols, there's no reason you wouldn't do this for money as well, right? This is a little bit more of a niche application. We don't know exactly which blockchain is going to be used, but I'll tell you one thing. It's not going to be Bitcoin. It is direct proof that there is more to this ecosystem than just Bitcoin. There's going to be a lot of these different protocols used for a whole bunch of different things. This is a great example for it. Is this going to be an XRP thing? No, I don't necessarily think so. I think XRP is going to be doing way better things than being a treasury tracking system for corruption, right? Is that important? Yes. Does it require trillions to quadrillions of dollars worth of value? No, probably not necessarily. I think XRP Ledger is going to be way more positioned for the financial industry, for those kinds of needs, where things like DAG and Hedera Hashgraph are going to be more for data tracking. It just shows we're going into an environment where there's multiple winners, and it just goes to show that the idea that it's only Bitcoin is just crazy. And I think these maximalists are going to end up throwing a lot more fits in the future. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update, and for now, chill out.